Hello, welcome to another website critique on the Boudoir Guild. My name is Mike Lloyd. I am a professional photographer and educator. I'm based in Silicon Valley, California, and I love marketing. Now, I've learned a lot about websites over the years about what works, what doesn't, how things have changed over time, because things that we used to do no longer work. And a lot of the things that we have to do on our website are more about functionality than how the website looks. Because if people can't navigate your site, if they can't find your site in a search engine, then who cares what it looks like? Functionality is number one, aesthetics is number two. That doesn't mean you need an ugly website. It means you gotta make sure it works and then you can make it pretty. So I got a couple websites that were sent in from some of our YouTube viewers. So thank you for doing that. If you would like your own website critiqued, just email me, mike@boudoirguild.com. And I would be happy to include it in one of these videos. The things that I look for in the websites are, is it eye-catching? Does it quickly explain what you do and for whom? Is it easy to sign up and find you? And just the overall layout and navigation. Does it flow? Does it make sense? Or is it confusing? So let's dive in. Well, cheers. I'm on my, I don't know how many cups of coffee, and we're gonna dive in here. So this is ejcvisuals.com. First thing that I notice is this bar up at the top, promo bar. These are fantastic, whether it's a pop-up, a bar like this, to help get people on your email list. But no one wants to just join a newsletter these days, right? We're tired of newsletters. We get way more emails than we actually want. So you have to give them a really, really clear reason why they need to give you their email address. So this question, are you hesitant to have a boudoir session? Most everyone is probably going to say yes, but nothing else up here tells you how giving the email address is going to help them be less hesitant with it having a boudoir session. So get the guide. Like, what is the guide about? I don't know. It doesn't say anything else about it. So rather than are you hesitant to have a boudoir session, put something progressive, as in related to progress on there. You know, like the top 5 reasons people hesitate to have a boudoir photo shoot, or top 5 ways to overcome the anxiety before going into your boudoir session. That would be even better. So solve their problem. That is what you need. Don't just ask if they have the problem. Okay, let's exit out of that. So huge image here, cool. The first thing I see though is the logo, because it's in color, it's bright, and nothing else is. And then I have to look for everything else. So Boudoir by FJC Visuals, get more info. What does this button do? A contact form. So rather than get more info, book a consultation, schedule your phone call with us, give them some different verbiage for that, because if I click get more info and there's no info on this page, that's confusing to me. Also, it doesn't say who you are serving and where you are serving, which is super important. Let's keep scrolling down. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, this all looks good. This copy sounds cool. Range of styles, including classic glamour, vintage chic, modern elegance. Love it. Also, these are not capitalized, but these are capitalized. So for your titles, capitalize the first letter of all of them. But I do want to point out good usage of titles here. Because if we go to inspect, this should be it's an H2 tag. Okay, and then this is body copy, which a lot of times photographers will use different titles like H1s, H2s, H3s for typographic purposes. But the problem with that is that it tells Google this is the second most important thing on your website. This, I'm hoping, is an H1. It is. So H1, generally the title of the website. What do you do? Who's it for? Where are you? Those things are super important. Then H2s, let's see what this is, are the second most important thing. Yeah, so that's what I'm talking about. This should just be body copy, because No one is going to be Googling by FJC visuals. No one will be typing that into Google, nor will they be typing in release your inner goddess. So it's good to have titles for your sections, but you want to make your titles something that someone would actually search for. Cool. Good placement of videos. And get more info. I'm assuming this is going to go back to the same contact form. Yep, looks like it does. I'd be curious to see how this looks on mobile. Also, I'd imagine it would go here, 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 here. It's pretty spread out. It's kind of disorganized looking. I would rather see these in a column because I'm not sure which text goes with which video because of how they overlap. Also, scroll bars. People don't want to sit and wait and read the scroll bar unless it's the same phrase over and over and over again. Just like whether it's images or whether it's text, no one is ever going to sit there and wait for the whole thing to go by. So you can eliminate that. If anything, it just slows down the website load time. Okay, the other thing I'm noticing here with the copy, everything is about what you're doing for them, and it's not about the client. I know it is indirectly, but you're welcoming them. That's a first person thing. Our team, we have, our, at, we offer, we take. Do you see what I mean? Nothing here is about the client. It's everything that you do for them. They should be able to read this and think, hey, that's me. That's exactly what I would say. Those are my words. And then they'll feel like you totally get them. The other thing I'm seeing is inconsistency in the style of photography, like these. So these photos look nothing like these ones, right? You've got like silhouettes and other stuff on here. It's not quite as consistent as it should be. Okay, schedule a call now. I like the verbiage here, but that text is itty bitty. That's tough to read, especially on a mobile device. I'd imagine it'll be really tough. Okay. You've got the same image twice here, back to back. Swap one of those out too. Confident and empowered. Contact us today. Cool. So this is also the first time that you're showing where you are located. FAQ, cool. Investments. Right, and also a very different style from the other images we were looking for. You've got a lot of space used up here. We want to keep important things above the fold. And that's an old newspaper term, but basically when someone hits a web page, they should know what's going to be on that page and is it relevant to them before they start scrolling at all. So invest in yourself with boudoir photography. Again, that's speaking to the person. That's not something that they would say to themselves. So again, we want to rework all the copy on this website to be coming from inside the client. Okay. You can be approved. Yeah, this font is hard to read. Oh, and it scrolls. Can I click on a thing to make it bigger? No. Okay. So like design-wise, this is kind of neat, but you only have 4 things here. Just split them up into 4 sections, like a 2 by 2, or just go in a column. Because again, functionality, you want to make it as simple as possible for someone to get through your content. And this, I can't highlight this text, which tells me it might not even be. Okay, it's a list. At least it is text. It's just not clickable there. Yeah. Get rid of all the sliders. And again, your location's not on here. You've got 2 calls to action right here. Book a session, book a call now. But they can't click to book a session, but they can click to book a call now. So also keep in mind your calls to action. You should have one flow through your process. So rather than book your session, which again is ultimately what we want them to do, but capital, non-capital, capital. Keep them all consistent. Now's the time for your empowering boudoir session, or are you ready for your, right? You've already got the question up here. Now just give them the one call to action. So you've got good work. And it seems like you know what people want. And let's go to about. Good that you've got a video that really helps people get to know you. And again, even your about you, and I know this is counterintuitive, it needs to be about the client. Like, how do you serve the client? How do you understand them? How do you know what they want and how to deliver it? So you're off to a great start. But again, rework that copy. Make it about the actual client. Clean up everything so that it is a way more simple navigation process. Make sure they know where you're located, because nowhere on this website says where you are. Like, even on the map over here, like, it shows the map, but you don't have an address over here. And without these city names, without the address, if it's not connected to a Google My Business page, it's going to be really tough to show up in search results. Okay, and we got, let's see, the social links, Instagram, Facebook group, and Twitter. Are you on? That's what I thought. Okay, so this is just taking you to Twitter's homepage. So double check that link also. Whereas these should be your groups. Yep. And your Instagram. So you can get rid of that little Twitter guy if you're not actually on Twitter, and only put the platforms that you are actively engaged on. Like, if you have an account on TikTok, but you've only posted twice, don't bother listing it up there. I don't even like having the socials up here because I don't want them going to click on Instagram or Facebook and then get distracted in their news feed and forget what they were doing. I just want them to contact me to get more information about their photo shoot. So just scrub all three of those together. What you can do is, once they've booked your consultation with you, in that confirmation email, you can have links to a couple of these. It's like, hey, if you want to get to know more about us or learn more about what we do, then you can, click here to see our Instagram feed or follow us on Instagram, something like that. So cool. Overall, again, you're off to a great start. Thank you for sending this in. High five for doing that. And I'm excited to see the kind of changes that you make on here. You're awesome. So anyone else, if you've got a website that you want to have me review on here, just email it over, mike@boudoirguild.com. I'm generally a couple months out from when I when I do all my content to when it gets posted. So I appreciate your patience, but if you send them, there's a pretty darn good chance that it will make it here on the channel. You are amazing. See you inside.